Good day, students. My name is Misha Keijer. I'm your lecturer for the SPSS tutorials. I'm going to make a video about exercise 1.1a, and in this exercise it is asked to replicate a certain graph that is printed on page 21. The graph represents the number of independent states during the course of time from 1950 to 1999, and we want to replicate this in SPSS. So how should we do this? First of all, I opened the file that's on Blackboard. You see the years, and then you see some strange acronyms in that sense: AP, EGO, NGO. AP stands for the number of independent states in this data file, and these two, the number of years and the number of independent states, are the variables we're going to use to replicate this graph. How should we do this? First of all, let's give it a try. Let's go to Graphs, to Line, and we want a simple line. So we click on Simple, and we want this option, Values of Individual cases. We click on Define. Okay, the line is about AP, the number of independent states, and what should be on the x-axis? The variable year. So we click on year. This is about it. So we click on OK. Now SPSS prints out an output, and this is what we see. But this is not, let's say, exactly similar with the graph that is printed on page 21. So we want to make some adjustments in this. First of all, this value app, this is not really, let's say, it doesn't look nice, huh? So this is what we get, but we want to make some modifications in this. So like is stated in the exercise. So we click this away. We don't want this. First of all, if you look at the graph on page 21 of your book, the Government and the Economy, you will see that the years are from 1950 to 1999. So for instance, these years we see here, we don't need for our graph. So if we want to exclude those data points, how should we do this? It's very easy. We go to Data, select Cases, and we click on If condition is satisfied. And what is our condition? Now, for instance, we want years, click, to be larger than 1949. With that, we want that the years are smaller than 2000. So with this logical definition, we can create the time series from 1950 to 1999. I hope you get this. Continue. Click on OK. And what do we see? We see again the variable year, but those first 5 data points are left out, are crossed out in that sense. So now we have limited our data set from 1950 to 1999. Are there other things we should do? For instance, this app. This doesn't look nice. If we want to have a different name or the right name on the label, we should change the label, or in this sense there is no label, so we put in a label, and let's call it the number of independent states. Okay, plug that in, and now let's recreate this graph again. Simple, everything is still set. This is still the same. If we create the graph now, it looks a little bit more similar, but it's still not satisfying. So for instance, first of all, this thing is what irritates me the most. Why is it states value? I want to get rid of this value. Click on it, double click the graph, and you get this chart editor. Click on this thing here, and this value we want to get rid of. So it's gone. Then the second thing that irritates me, it states each year. Like in the book it states 1950, 1957, 1964, 1971. If we want to change this, click on the x-axis and go to labels and ticks, and we want to customize our ticks each 6 years. Click on apply. What happens? From 1950, 1957 until 1999. This is the same as in the book, so this is quite alright. If you look at the vertical axis, click it, because if you look in the book, it's from 0 to 200, and here it's from 80 to 200. So how to change this? How to change this? Click on scale, 0 to 200, and our increment in the book is 40. So click on 40, apply, click on close, and I just realized that probably this thing here was out of the printing box. This is what it normally states. So you go to ticks and labels on the exit, on the horizontal X, go to custom, and you want the number of ticks skipped to be 6. Click on apply. I already did this. This is somewhat of the graph that is in your book, almost exactly the same. Now I wanted to show you this in this small video. Like they say, a picture says more than 1,000 words. It's also in the exercise itself, but maybe this comes in handy. Okay, thank you for your attention.